Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Talking Practice. I'm Lily, and I'm so happy you're here with us today.
And I'm David. Hey everyone, we have such a practical and useful topic for you today.
We really do. Today, we're talking about how to describe your workday in English. This is something almost everyone needs to do regularly.
Absolutely. Whether you're chatting with coworkers, talking to friends and family about your day, or networking professionally, knowing how to talk about your work is essential.
By the end of this episode, you'll have all the vocabulary and phrases you need to describe your daily work routine, discuss projects, talk about challenges, and share workplace experiences.
This is perfect for professionals, students preparing for the working world, or anyone who wants to improve their workplace English.
Before we clock in to today's lesson, remember to subscribe to English Talking Practice and hit that notification bell.
All right, Lily, let's start with the basics. How do we begin talking about our workday?
Great question. The most common question people ask is, "How was your day?" or "How was work today?" These are casual, friendly ways to start the conversation.
Right, and there are many ways to respond depending on how your day actually went. If it was good, you might say, "It was great," or "pretty good," or "really productive."
If it was okay, but nothing special, you say, "It was fine," or "not bad," or "same as usual," or "just another day at the office."
And if it was difficult, you might say, "It was rough," or "pretty stressful," or "long and tiring," or "one of those days." That last phrase means a particularly difficult day.
Exactly. Now let's talk about work schedules and routines. This is important vocabulary for describing when and how you work.
Right. First, let's talk about work hours. Most people work 9 to 5, which means 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is the traditional office schedule.
You might say, "I work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday," or "My hours are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., or "I work from 10 to 6.
Some people have flexible hours or flex time. That means they can choose when they start and finish as long as they work the required hours.
You might say, "I have flexible hours, so I usually come in around 10. Or, "My schedule is flexible. I can work when I'm most productive."
Others work shifts, specific time periods. There's the day shift, evening shift, or night shift. You might say, "I work the night shift," or "I'm on the evening shift this week."
Some people work part-time, which means fewer than 40 hours per week, or full-time, which is usually 40 hours per week.
And nowadays, many people work from home or remotely. You might say, "I work from home 3 days a week," or "I'm fully remote. I work from home every day."
There's also hybrid work. That's a mix of office and remote work. I have a hybrid schedule. I'm in the office Tuesdays and Thursdays and work from home the other days.
Perfect. Now let's talk about the morning routine, how you start your workday.
Right. Most people start by describing their commute. That's the journey to work. You might say, "I drive to work," or "I take the train," or "I walk to the office."
You can describe the length. "My commute is about 30 minutes," or "It takes me an hour to get to work," or "I have a short commute, only 15 minutes."
When you arrive, you might say, "I get to the office around 9," or "I arrive at work at 8:30," or "I usually get in a little before 9."
Then describe what you do first. "The first thing I do is check my email," or "I start my day with a cup of coffee," or "I review my to-do list for the day."
Many people attend a morning meeting or stand-up meeting. You might say, "We have a team meeting every morning at 9:30," or "I attend the daily stand-up to discuss priorities."
Perfect. Now let's talk about describing your actual work tasks and responsibilities.
Right. This depends on your job, but let's cover common verbs and phrases. For office workers, you might say, "I work on projects," or "I attend meetings," or I respond to emails.
You might prepare reports, analyze data, create presentations, make phone calls, or collaborate with team members.
For customer-facing roles, you might say, I help customers, or I handle customer inquiries, or I process orders, or I resolve complaints.
For creative work, you might design graphics, or write content, or edit videos, or brainstorm ideas with my team.
For technical roles, you might say, I write code, or I debug software, or I test applications, or I troubleshoot technical issues.
When describing ongoing projects, use the present continuous. I'm working on a big presentation, or I'm currently developing a new feature, or I'm managing a client project.
You can also talk about daily responsibilities. Part of my job is to, or I'm responsible for managing, or my main duties include, for example, part of my job is to coordinate with different departments, or I'm responsible for managing the team's schedule.
Now let's talk about meetings, a big part of many people's workdays.
Oh, yes. Meetings are everywhere in modern workplaces. Let's talk about different types of meetings.
There's the team meeting, where everyone on your team gathers. We have a weekly team meeting every Monday morning.
One-on-one meetings are between you and your manager. I have a one-on-one with my boss every Friday to discuss my progress.
Client meetings are with people outside your company. I had a client meeting this afternoon to present our proposal.
Conference calls or video calls are remote meetings. I was on a conference call for 2 hours this morning.
Brainstorming sessions are creative meetings to generate ideas. We had a brainstorming session for the new marketing campaign.
When describing meetings, you might say the meeting ran long, which means it lasted longer than planned, or it was a productive meeting, meaning it was useful.
Or the meeting could have been an email. That's a funny way to say the meeting wasn't necessary.
So true. Now let's talk about lunch breaks and breaks throughout the day.
Right. Most people get a lunch break, usually 30 minutes to an hour. You might say, I take my lunch break at noon, or I usually eat lunch at my desk.
You can describe what you do. I go out for lunch with coworkers, or I bring my lunch from home, or I grab something quick from the cafeteria.
Some people take coffee breaks, short breaks during the day. I take a coffee break around 3 p.m., or I need a quick break to stretch and get some coffee.
You might also say, I step away from my desk for a few minutes, or I take a short walk to clear my head.
Now let's talk about challenges and problems at work. This is important for realistic conversations.
Right. Common workplace challenges include being busy or overwhelmed. You might say, I'm swamped today, which means extremely busy, or I'm buried in work.
Or I have a ton of work to do, or I'm up to my neck in projects. Juggling means handling many things at once.
When describing a difficult task, you say, this project is challenging, or I'm struggling with this assignment, or this is trickier than I expected.
For technical problems, my computer crashed, or the printer isn't working, or I'm having technical difficulties.
For communication issues, there was a miscommunication with the client, or we had a misunderstanding about the deadline.
For time pressure, I'm on a tight deadline, or this is due tomorrow, or I'm racing against the clock. That means working very quickly to meet a deadline.
When something goes wrong, you might say, we ran into some problems, or there were some complications, or things didn't go as planned.
Perfect. Now let's talk about positive work experiences and accomplishments.
Yes, this is equally important. When things go well, you might say, I had a really productive day, or I accomplished a lot today.
Or I finished that big project I've been working on. Or I met all my deadlines today. Or everything went smoothly.
For team success, you might say, "We had a great team meeting," or "The presentation went really well," or "The client loved our proposal."
For personal achievements, you might say, I solved a difficult problem, or I came up with a creative solution, or I received positive feedback from my manager.
You might also say, "I learned something new today," or "I made good progress on my project," or "I helped a colleague with a difficult task."
Now let's talk about ending the workday, how you wrap things up.
Good topic. Most people have an end-of-day routine. You might say, "I usually finish work around 5," or "I wrap up around 6," or "I clock out at 5:30."
Before leaving, you might check my email one last time, or review tomorrow's schedule, or make a to-do list for tomorrow.
Some people work late, stay past normal hours. "I had to work late tonight," or "I stayed until 7 to finish the report," or "I put in some overtime."
Overtime means working beyond your regular hours, usually for extra pay. I worked 2 hours of overtime this week. When you leave, you might say, I head home around 5:30, or I leave the office at 6, or I call it a day at 5. That means you stop working.
And if you work from home, I shut down my computer at 5, or I log off around 6, or I close my laptop and I'm done.
Perfect. Now let's talk about different work situations and how to describe them.
Great idea. Let's talk about busy days. When you're really busy, you might say, "Today was crazy busy," or "It was a hectic day," or "I didn't have a minute to breathe."
Or I was running around all day, or I barely had time for lunch, or the phone was ringing off the hook. That means getting many phone calls.
For slow days, it was a quiet day at the office, or things were pretty slow today, or not much was happening.
Or I had some downtime to catch up on emails. Downtime means free time between tasks.
For stressful days, today was really stressful, or it was a high-pressure day, or I felt overwhelmed with everything I had to do.
Or everything seemed to go wrong today, or I was putting out fires all day. That's an idiom meaning dealing with urgent problems.
For rewarding days, it was a satisfying day, or I felt really accomplished, or it was tiring but rewarding.
Now let's talk about workplace relationships and interactions.
Important topic. You might talk about your coworkers. "I worked with Sarah on a project today," or "I collaborated with the marketing team."
Or I helped a new employee learn the system, or I had a good conversation with a colleague.
For management interactions, "I met with my boss to discuss my performance," or "I got feedback from my supervisor," or "My manager assigned me a new project."
Or for client or customer interactions, I spoke with a client about their concerns, or I had a video call with a potential customer, or I handled a difficult customer situation.
Now let's practice everything with a full dialogue. This is where we put it all together.
Perfect. Let's imagine two friends meeting after work and discussing their day. I'll start.
Sounds good.
Hey, Lily, how was your day at work?
Hey, David. Oh man, it was one of those days. Super busy and kind of stressful. How about you?
Sorry to hear that. Mine was pretty good, actually. Productive, but not too crazy. What made yours so stressful?
Well, it started this morning. My commute was terrible. There was so much traffic. I usually get to the office around 9, but I didn't arrive until 9:45.
Oh no, that's frustrating. Did you miss anything important?
Unfortunately, yes. We have a team meeting every Monday morning at 9:30, and I walked in late. My manager wasn't too happy about that.
Yikes, that's not a great way to start the day.
Exactly. And then after the meeting, I had a mountain of emails to respond to. I must have answered 50 emails before lunch.
Wow, that's a lot. Did you at least get a decent lunch break?
Not really. I was so swamped that I just ate a sandwich at my desk while working. I didn't even get to take a real break.
That's rough. You need those breaks to recharge.
I know, and the afternoon was even crazier. I had back-to-back meetings, a client call at 1, a project meeting at 2, and a one-on-one with my boss at 3:30.
3 meetings in a row? That's exhausting.
It really was, and the client call didn't go as planned. The client wasn't happy with our timeline and wanted everything done faster. It was pretty tense.
Oh no. How did you handle that?
I stayed calm and professional. I explained what was realistic and offered some compromises. Eventually, we came to an agreement, but it was stressful negotiating.
That sounds challenging. Good job keeping your cool. What about the other meetings?
The project meeting was okay. We're working on launching a new product and we're trying to finalize the details. Lots of discussion and brainstorming.
That sounds interesting at least. And the one-on-one with your boss?
Actually, that went well. She gave me some positive feedback on a presentation I delivered last week. She said the client was really impressed.
Hey, that's great. At least something good came out of the day.
Yeah, that definitely lifted my spirits. But then, after that meeting, I had to dive back into work. I'm currently managing 3 different projects, and they all have deadlines coming up.
3 projects at once? You really are juggling a lot.
I am. One is due this Friday, another next Monday, and the third at the end of the month. I'm feeling the pressure.
I bet. Did you manage to make progress on them today?
I did, actually. I finished the research for the Friday deadline, and I started outlining the report. But there's still so much to do.
Well, it sounds like you're making good headway despite the crazy day. What time did you finally leave the office?
I stayed late. I didn't leave until 6:30. I wanted to get a head start on tomorrow's work, so I'm not so overwhelmed.
That's dedication, but make sure you're not burning yourself out.
I know. I'm trying to find balance. Anyway, enough about my stressful day. Tell me about yours. You said it was productive.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty good day. I got to the office at 8:30, so I had some quiet time before everyone else arrived.
Oh, that's nice. I love those quiet morning hours.
Right? I used that time to plan my day and prioritize my tasks. Then we had our morning stand-up meeting at 9, just a quick 15-minute check-in with the team.
I wish our team meetings were only 15 minutes. Ours always run over.
We try to keep them short and focused. After that, I dove into my main project. I'm developing a new feature for our app, and I made really good progress today.
That's great. No major roadblocks?
Actually, I did run into a technical issue around 11, but I was able to troubleshoot it and find a solution. It felt really satisfying to solve that problem.
I love that feeling when you finally figure something out.
Me too. Then I took a proper lunch break, went out with a couple of coworkers to that new sandwich place around the corner.
Oh, I've been wanting to try that place. How was it?
Really good. I had a turkey club sandwich and it was delicious. And it was nice to get away from my desk and chat with colleagues.
That sounds lovely. I need to do that more often instead of eating at my desk.
You definitely should. It makes such a difference. Anyway, after lunch, I had one meeting at 2 p.m., a code review session with my team.
How did that go?
Pretty well. We reviewed each other's code and gave feedback. I got some helpful suggestions for improving my work, and I was able to help a junior developer with some of his code.
That's nice. I always enjoy mentoring newer team members.
Same here. It's rewarding to help someone learn. After that meeting, I spent the rest of the afternoon writing code and testing the new feature.
Sounds productive. Did you finish it?
Not completely, but I'm about 75% done. I should be able to finish it by Wednesday, which is ahead of the Friday deadline.
Wow, ahead of schedule. That must feel great.
It does. And because I made such good progress, I felt comfortable leaving right at 5 p.m. No need to work late today.
Lucky you. I'm jealous.
Don't worry, I've had plenty of days like yours too. Tomorrow might be crazy for me and smooth for you.
I hope so. I could use an easy day. What are you doing tonight to unwind?
I'm gonna make a simple dinner, watch some TV, and go to bed early. I want to be well rested for tomorrow.
Smart plan. I should do the same. I'm exhausted.
You definitely deserve some rest after the day you had. What's on your agenda for tomorrow?
Tomorrow is actually looking a bit lighter. I have one morning meeting and then mostly heads down work time to focus on those projects.
Heads down work time is the best, when you can just focus without interruptions.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to it. I need to make serious progress on that Friday deadline.
You've got this. Just take it one task at a time.
Thanks for the encouragement, and thanks for listening to me vent about my crazy day.
Anytime. That's what friends are for. We all have those days.
We really do. Well, I should get going. I need to make dinner and relax.
Same here. Have a good evening, Lily. Hope tomorrow is better.
Thanks, David. You too. See you later.
See ya. Take care.
Wow, that was a comprehensive conversation about workdays.
It really was. We covered everything. Good days, bad days, meetings, projects, challenges, and accomplishments.
And we used so many different verb tenses naturally. Past tense for describing what happened, present perfect for recent completions, and future for plans.
Exactly. Now let's do a quick recap of the most important vocabulary and phrases.
Perfect. Number 1, describing your day. It was great. Pretty stressful. One of those days. Really productive.
Number 2, work schedules. 9 to 5, flexible hours, work from home, hybrid schedule, day shift, night shift.
Number 3, morning routine. My commute is, I get to the office at, I start my day by, I check my email.
Number 4, work tasks. I work on projects, I attend meetings, I'm responsible for, part of my job is to...
Number 5, meetings. Team meeting, one-on-one, client call, conference call. The meeting ran long.
Number 6, being busy. I'm swamped. I'm buried in work. I'm juggling multiple projects. I'm on a tight deadline.
Number 7, challenges. We ran into problems. Things didn't go as planned. I'm struggling with. This is challenging.
Number 8, accomplishments. I accomplished a lot. I finished a big project. Everything went smoothly. I received positive feedback.
Number 9, end of day. I wrap up around. I call it a day. I worked late. I stayed until 6. I log off at 5.
And number 10, workplace interactions. I collaborated with. I met with my boss. I helped a colleague. I spoke with a client.
Excellent recap. Now let's practice pronunciation of some tricky work-related words.
Great idea. Repeat after us. Colleague. Call, eeg, 2 syllables, means coworker.
Deadline, dead line, 2 syllables, the time when something is due.
Schedule. Sked, Yule, in American English. Shed, Yule, in British English.
Presentation, presentation, 4 syllables, stress on the third.
Overwhelmed. Over-whelmed. 3 syllables, means having too much to handle.
Productive, productive, 3 syllables, means accomplishing a lot.
Frustrating. Frus-tra-ting, 3 syllables, means annoying or disappointing.
Accomplished, accomplished, 3 syllables, means successfully completed.
Perfect. Now let's cover some common mistakes learners make when talking about work.
Mistake number 1, confusing work and job. Your job is your position or role. Work is the activity you do. Say, my job is interesting and I have a lot of work today.
Mistake number 2, using wrong prepositions. Say, I work at Google for the company, I work in marketing for the department, and I work on projects for tasks.
Mistake number 3, saying I am boring instead of I am bored. If you're bored, you feel uninterested. If you're boring, you're not interesting to others.
Mistake number 4, confusing overtime and extra time. Overtime is work beyond regular hours, usually with extra pay. Don't say, I worked extra time.
Mistake number 5, using present simple for temporary situations. Say, I'm working on a project, not I work on a project when it's current and temporary.
Mistake number 6, forgetting articles. Say, I had a meeting, not I had meeting, and I finished the report, not I finished report.
Great reminders. Now let's talk about some advanced expressions and idioms about work.
Perfect. These will make your English sound more natural. When you're very busy, you can say, I'm snowed under with work. It means buried in tasks.
Or I'm burning the midnight oil. That means working late into the night.
I'm pulling my weight means you're doing your fair share of the work.
Where behind schedule means the project is late, and where ahead of schedule means you're finishing early.
It's in the pipeline means it's being worked on or planned.
Let's touch base means let's check in or have a quick conversation.
I need to get the ball rolling means start the project or get things moving.
We're on the same page means everyone understands and agrees.
Let's circle back to that means we'll discuss it again later.
And I'll loop you in means I'll include you in the communication or updates.
These idioms are super common in workplace English. Now let's give some bonus phrases for specific work situations.
For asking someone's day, how was your day at work? How's everything going at the office? Busy day?
For expressing empathy, that sounds tough. I know how that feels. Hang in there. You've got this.
For positive reinforcement, good job, well done, nice work, keep it up, you're doing great.
For discussing workload, I have a full plate today, means lots to do. My schedule is packed, means very busy.
For remote work, I'm dialing in to the meeting means joining remotely, or I'm working from home today, or that's the abbreviation.
For project status, we're making progress, we're on track, we're running behind, it's coming together.
These are all really useful. All right, everyone, time for our question of the day.
Today's question is, what's the most challenging part of your workday, and how do you handle it? Practice describing a work challenge in English.
This is great practice for using workplace vocabulary and explaining problems and solutions. Try to be specific.
You might say something like, the most challenging part of my day is managing multiple deadlines. I handle it by prioritizing tasks and making detailed to-do lists.
Or the hardest part is dealing with difficult clients. I stay calm, listen carefully to their concerns, and work to find solutions that satisfy everyone.
Practice your answer and leave it in the comments. We love hearing about your work experiences.
All right, everyone, time to clock out from today's episode. Thank you so much for joining us to learn about talking about your workday.